What's up? So recently I made a video about getting used to outside temperatures, and I want to make sure that and also moving your body, so I want to make sure that I'm practicing what I preach and leading by example, show you that I don't just tell people to do stuff, I do it myself. And so it's 100 degrees out here. It says it feels like 107. I'm doing a 3-mile walk out here. Usually I do a workout too as well out in the heat. And you really do get used to it after a while. It takes a couple weeks, but you start to get used to it. And then, you know, later on down the line, gets down to the 80s, man, that feels cool. But anyways, I wanted to talk about wild edibles today. So that's really important to start getting used to identifying them, picking them, harvesting them, and eating them, preparing them and eating them now, instead of waiting till you have to. Oh, I gotta run around, I gotta find something. I don't have that much food, I don't have that much money, I gotta find something to eat. Don't wait till you feel that way. Start getting used to it now while you can have some fun with it, right? And so, right off the bat, I want to issue a challenge to you. Don't just go Google a bunch of stuff and then go to sleep and write down a bunch of stuff. Go out into the field, in your neighborhood, in the area that you live, and actually pick something and eat it. But the challenge I want you to do is I want you to look up and identify at least 5 different plants, fruit, whatever it is, something that's edible, wild edibles in your area. Identify it, find it, harvest it, prepare it, and eat it. 5. Okay? Now around here, I'm in Hill Country, Texas. There's actually, believe it or not, a bunch of fruit just out here growing wild. I'm going to show you an example of one today that's very good for you, and it tastes pretty good too. So there's cactus pear, there's agarita berries, there's wild grapes and Mustang grapes, and the one that I'm going to show you is Texas black persimmon. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about that when I go up here. But, you know, right now you can Google things very easily, find out some wild edibles in your area, identify them. Don't just identify by the fruit though. Look at the stem, look at the leaves, flowers, all different parts of the plant. You want to have more than one identifying factor. Also consider the time of year. Is it winter, spring, summer, fall? Because they're going to look different times of the year. And also you can harvest different parts of the plant different times of the year. You make sure you look all that up. But the best thing that you should be doing is make sure you get hard copies of wild edible guides. Okay, Peterson's Field Guide is one that a lot of people use, but there's other ones. And the best ones have full color pictures of the plants that you're trying to identify. That really helps, because you want to make sure that you identify correctly, and you want to make sure that you're not harvesting something that is one of the poisonous lookalikes. So make sure you know what those look like, you know exactly what you're harvesting, so that you don't eat something bad. And always try a little bit first to see how your body reacts, then you can start having more. But anyways, that's something you really should start to do. Do it now, get used to it, and you'll see that not only is it fun, it's something that you can do to prepare for the future, but it's also good for you. It's also healthy. I'll tell you a little bit of the health benefits of the persimmon in a second, okay? So let's go walk over there, and I'll start to talk about that. But yeah, you gotta start doing it now. No matter where you live in the country or in the world, make sure that you are checking out. You would be surprised how much, there's a lot of things that people call weeds that have health benefits for you. A lot of times people look at dandelions, that's a weed. Well, not really, because you can eat the dandelion greens. Oh, look at this thing, it looks like a weed growing on the side of my driveway. Oh, actually it's a plantain. And actually the husk that grows out of it is where you get psyllium seed and psyllium husk, which you can buy at the store, which they put in for fiber and bowel cleansing. So there's stuff all around you. You just haven't taken the time to try it out. Or, here's the other big thing. Before I show you the persimmon, I want to say one more thing. Here's another thing. People are scared to eat wild edibles. It's absolutely crazy. I remember I was living up north in Minnesota, and there was this huge patch of wild raspberries. And there were people that walked near them every day. No one touched them. They were scared. And then we started harvesting a bunch of them, me and my family. And we had buckets of them. And we told someone, oh yeah, we get some wild raspberries. They're like, oh, are you sure that's okay? Is it safe to eat? It's like people are so used to just getting everything from the grocery store, they're afraid to touch anything outside. Guess what? This is God's creation. Okay? Look at it. Listen. God put food out here for you to eat. As long as you identify it correctly, which is not that hard, you can eat it. No problem. It's what people have been doing for thousands of years before Walmart came along, okay? So, don't need to be scared. So, let's talk about the persimmons. I'm going to switch my camera view and we'll take a look at that. All right, so over here we got a bunch of persimmon trees. And as you can see, some of them are ripe, some of them are not ripe. So, ones that are green, you do not want to eat. They're not ready. In fact, it can make you sick if you eat them when they're green. You want to wait till these turn black, okay? And these persimmons, they turn black, they get really soft. Find one that comes off pretty easy. That's pretty easy, okay? So, let me take a look at this. All right, so with this persimmon, it's pretty easy to eat. If you just want to eat a few when you're out here, all you have to do is squeeze it. You'll see some juice come out. Whoop, I shot it out. It's really messy and it's going to stain my hands, but I don't care. But see this, I'll take off the skin. See all this fleshy stuff here? I know it looks gross, but I'm just showing you. All this fleshy stuff and this juice, you can eat all that straight out of that fruit. And there's some seeds in here. They're pretty hard. So you can just spit those out after you get everything off there. But you eat a few of those and you'll be feeling pretty good. I was walking out here feeling a little worn down. Eat a few of these and you honestly feel better. And let me tell you why. Let me switch. So some of the health benefits of black persimmon is it has vitamin C, vitamin A. It has electrolytes in it. Actually has potassium, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus. And also another good thing here is too, something that you should always remember with health. It has sugar in it, right? Naturally occurring sugar, fructose. And the thing is with sugar, you're like, oh, if it has a bunch of sugar, it'll spike my blood sugar. And if you spike your blood sugar, then insulin will spike over time. You get insulin resistance. But here's the thing. The key is fiber. This persimmon is high in fiber, and that helps because if you have something that has sugar but it has fiber, the fiber slows the absorption of the sugars into your bloodstream, and it prevents it from spiking really fast, really high. So fiber really helps. Of course, it helps with your bowels and these types of things as well. But with the blood sugar, always have the fiber. That's why it's good when you have apples, you eat the skin, or potatoes, you eat the skin. That has the fiber. It's always good to have fiber with your sugar. But anyways, those are some of the health benefits. You could look it up and you find some more yourself. But other plants and fruits have other health benefits. And they grow here, out in the wild. Nobody cares. Nobody's eating them. Nobody cares. Nobody's eating this. Do people walk by here? Yeah, they do. They don't care. And there's other ones too. The cactus pears, they're not quite ready yet. They're going to be ripe soon. You can, be careful with those. Put on gloves. Get off all the really sharp hairs. You harvest those. You can eat those. Just growing out here. And guess what? Again, no one cares. No one touches them. All this food growing out here in the wild. And I mean, I could fill buckets and buckets and buckets. There's a ridiculous amount out here. Plenty of food. So you have food out here, but you need to go practice harvesting, identifying, harvesting, preparing it, and eating it now. What's some other things you could do with the persimmon as well? Just let me finish off with that. Some other things you can do with this is You can mash it up and process it, and you can make fruit leather. Other things like that. If you go get the wild Mustang grapes, you can process those, make grape juice, concentrate, and then you can make jelly out of that. But you can make other things, so if there's a ton that you can't eat it all right away, or you can't store it, maybe you don't have refrigeration. Well, guess what? There's other ways that you can process it and preserve it to make it last a long time. Like I said, making fruit leather, a lot of times things are dried, whatever it is. But anyways, you got all this opportunity out here, but you got to go out in the field. You just got to take action. Just go out and do it. Stop procrastinating, stop putting it off for another day, and get out there and eat some wild edible stuff that God put out here for you to eat. All right, so I just wanted to make a quick video about this type of stuff. I think it's really important that everyone starts doing this stuff now, and I think it'll be really helpful to you. All right, thanks for watching. God bless you. Have a good day.